Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, I would suggest you to subscribe it so you will get the notification of all upcoming videos. Our running topic is probability. Some of the important machine learning algorithm we have already discussed, so the link you will get in our description box. So the topic which we will look today is Gaussian-Naive Bayes, again an important algorithm. So it supports continuous data. Previous to algorithm, we have seen that is Bernoulli and multinomial. They were supporting the discrete data. Okay, that is in the form of 0 and 1. Either we will get yes or no. So here it is supporting continuous data. What is continuous data? The data in a continuous form, like any data which is lying between a given range. There will be infinite number of data which is lying in a given range. Like example, rational number, lying the rational number which are lying between a two rational numbers. So we know that there is an infinite number of rational numbers lying between a two rational numbers. Or suppose there is a five members in a family. So the five members in a family, they are a discrete data, but if we are saying that their height is lying between 5 to 6 feet, so this their height data, the data of their height will be lie between 5 and 6 feet range. So that data is called continuous data. Okay. So second, this follows Gaussian normal distribution. Okay. So the simple function we are expressed here, that is fx, where x is random variable, and this function is called probability density function, in a short that is pdf. Okay, so that is equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi e to the power minus 1 by 2 sigma square x minus mu the whole square, where x is lie between minus infinite to plus infinite. Okay, so where the term, this mu is called mean, this sigma square is called variance, and this sigma, if you will just take a sigma, that is the standard deviation. Okay, now what is normal distribution? The normal distribution where the data will lie between a center point. They will not vary right or left. Okay, that is around the central point. So here in a graph you can clearly see that I have shown the mean here. So the data is lying here only, that is mu. This is function, this is showing the function fx, right? And this is 1 by sigma into root 2 pi. This is the maximum value. Okay, so here you are seeing that I have shown that mu minus sigma, where mean minus the standard deviation. So the value mu minus sigma will lie here, and the value mu plus sigma which will lie here. So that is making symmetry. So you can say that 50% of less values are lie here, and 50% the more value which are greater than mu are lie here. Okay. Now, there's some example for the continuous data, like height of a people, blood pressure, marks on test, error in measurement. So any kind of this certain data type you will get. So we will apply this normal distribution. Okay. Now here I have shown the graph where for the calculation of variance, sorry, calculation of standard deviation. Okay, so here you can see that mu is in a center point, and this is minus 1 and plus 1 range, where this 68% of values are within one standard deviation of the mean. Okay, so 60% of value lie here. In this graph, you are seeing that I have marked the range from minus 2 to plus 2, where 95% of values are lying here in this particular range. Here I have marked from minus 3 to 3, so there 99.7% value are lying in this particular range. Okay, So this is the simple expression or explanation of a Gaussian normal distribution. Now we will apply it in an example. So just take a screenshot and then we will solve the example. Okay guys, so the question is 95% of the students at a school are between 1.1 meter and 1.7 meter tall. So the range has given that is 1.1 meter and 1.7 meter tall. So we will assume that's a normal distribution. So we will get bell-shaped curve like this. This is mu. So here simply we will find the mu first. So that is between the range of 1.1 meter and 1.7 meter. So simply we will find the mean of it, mean with these values, that is 1.1 plus 1.7 divide by 2. So we will get 2.8 divided by 2, that is 1.4. So here the value will come, that is 1.4. Now we will find the standard deviation, that is sigma, and we know that it has already mentioned that 95% of students. So 95%, that will be the graph will be in this range. Okay, 95% value will be in this range. So here it is lying from -2 to 2. From from mu to -2, this is 2, the value is 2, and from here mu to 2, the value is 2. So the total standard deviation will be 4. So the total standard deviation will be 4. So from here we will get the standard deviation for one standard deviation. So that will be simply we will subtract the value, the higher range minus lower range, that is 1.7 minus 1.1, and total standard deviation from this graph we get 4. So simply for one standard deviation we will get 0.15. Okay, so this is the standard deviation. With this reference, we know the values which is lying here, that is mu minus sigma, and that the value which is lying here, that is mu plus sigma. So simply by this we subtract here the value getting here, we will just subtract this 0.15 from 1.4. So the first value we will get, that is 1.25. Again we will subtract 0.15 from this 1.25, so that will be 1.1, and the next value we will get, that is 0.95. Okay, so again the value we will get here, we will add this 0.15 with this mu. So that will be 1.55 first value, second is 1.70, and next value we will get, that is 1.85. Okay, so the simple graph for this question, and I have given the calculation methodology how we will calculate it. Just take a screenshot.